Welcome, everyone, to the next episode of Court of Corvids. My name is Jake. How are all of you doing today? How's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Awesome.
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
All right, good. Good to hear. My name is Jake. I am the GM of this merry band of misfits. It's just a term that gets used way too much, but you know what? It fits. It fits. I go by he, him, but I will be playing a bunch of different characters, so my pronouns will be changing. So keep up. Let's go around the table. Krug, why don't you go next? I'm going to fix myself and make myself look less yellow.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Good job. My name is Krug, playing Krug Claudel, the human monk, both of us, he, him. I would like to inform you, the viewer, that this game that we're currently playing right now, it's not an educational game. This is not an educational live stream. This is a home game, just like your home game. Sometimes we do things differently because we want to, and also sometimes we get things wrong because we're human people that get things wrong sometimes. So keep that in mind. Also, thank you in advance to all the people that correct us in chat, because it's very helpful. How about that?
It is.
This one goes out to all you Daytons.
all you human people out there. Moss.
Hi, my name is Molly McIsaac, aka Moss the Magnificent, who is my form if I was a megalomaniac narcissist. I am in a hotel room in Austin, Texas right now, hence the change of scenery and the echoing, and which means I can't interact with y'all in chat. So if you want to talk shiznizzles, now is your time, because I can't talk back in chat. Yeah, we are both she, her, both Moss and I, and you can find me across the internet at Molly McIsaac, except here on Twitch, which is Night Glimmer. And also, just a disclaimer, don't travel. I'm fully vaccinated. It rules. I am here to get tattoos. But if you're not fully vaccinated, don't travel. And also wear your mask always. That's all.
Also, I would like to also point out I'm level 11 in Final Fantasy, so
Hey, getting there.
Yeah, you got like Jonas and I will sugar mama you.
Oh yeah, I will give you 1,000,000 gil next time I see you. That's what I'll fucking do for you.
I'm still playing the free version, and in the free version, there's a limit to how much gil you can have.
Well, I'll give you that much.
Awesome. William, who is in fact sitting up right now, everyone. I just would like to point that out.
There's sort of a camera trick happening.
Yeah, it's a great camera trick.
Yeah, we've posted my couch to the wall, and I'm just sitting in front of it.
Okay, hold on. Explain the
hello. Hi, well, I'm William, they, them, and I'm playing Remy Ashwillow, the Dampier Goblin fighter detective, also they, them. And to answer your questions, and thank you so much for asking and for your concern, no, I'm not at 100%. I am moderately doing better, but especially for the past couple of days, my back has been a little bit more naggy, some naggy pain. And you know what? Sitting down at all still hurts. So I'm laying down. This is how we're doing it. And last week was difficult because Jonas's bed is one of those fancy memory foam ones where it forms to your body. And I don't know if you know this.
Back. It is great.
I don't know if you know
mine,
this, but if you have a bad back, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do this show, and then I also do a couple other shows for QueueTimes. One is called Hijinks and Handlebars, and the other one is called Killer Set. Hijinks and Handlebars used to be and will return to being a Kids on Bikes campaign. All of that is in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel, and you can find the other part of that session sort of thing that we do right now, where we're probably returning this Thursday. I might look like this for that. I think so, but that's Hijinks in the End, and you can find that in a playlist called Hijinks in the End, where we started by playing one game, and now we're playing a different game. So same story, different game, and we have a VOD where you can check it out and find out why. Killer Set is a Monster of the Week campaign where I take real life musicians and bands, and I have them play fake musicians and bands who have to solve mysteries and fight crime, fight monsters in order to
and the forces of evil.
Gigs. Yeah, the greatest monster is crime. Yeah, and they that happens every once in a while. It's happened twice so far. I want to do more, but bands are really bad at getting back to me. So hopefully you'll be able to see those. And that's in a playlist called Killer Set on the QueueTimes YouTube channel. And I'm in a band called Glass Beach. You need to check that out. We have Wikipedia now. It's not very decked out, but we've got one. Glass Beach Band Wikipedia.
Jonas.
Hello, my name is Jonas. You can find me on Twitter sometimes as @JonasNewhouse. I'm also in the band Glass Beach. I'm also on the show Hijinks and Handlebars / Hijinks in the End. I with much help and digital handholding from Krug, I recently finished building my first custom desktop, which I'm currently using right now, which has been a major improvement in my gaming life and has marked my return to streaming on the Glass Beach YouTube channel on my own, not YouTube, Twitch channel on my own. And that I'm going to be streaming on Tuesday at about 5 p.m. I'm not sure what yet. I did some City of Heroes last week. I think I'm actually, it's funny, usually Molly says she's streaming Final Fantasy. I think I'm actually going to be streaming Final Fantasy 14 this Tuesday, learning a bunch of Blue Mage spells. So that'll be my plan.
Step on my toes?
I'm trying to completely dethrone and decrown you because I want your kingdom and I deserve it. And for that reason alone, I will win.
Well, you try chugging an entire bottle of vodka on Final Fantasy stream, and then you can dethrone me.
I'll give you a little. I'm gonna use a little technique called secretly water.
I did not use that technique.
I'm so drunk from the vodka.
I'm just saying, I may or may not have been a part of that.
Yeah,
It's true, yeah.
I'm the main part of that. Jake is the reason that my New Year's was miserable. Thanks, Jake.
Yeah.
It was great for me.
The hype train was rolling though.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then Jonas, if you're done, you good?
And my dog Markle is here. She heard
Markle
her name.
is there.
Yeah.
Cute.
And last but certainly not least, our guest of the evening, Vandal, played by Rick. How are you doing today?
Doing well. I am Rick Rawls. I play Vandal Stormwind, pronouns he, him, the human bard. And you can catch me on @RawlsRick on Twitter, or you can catch the podcast that I normally am playing in, which is Comedy of Terrors Podcast. Also found on Twitter @COTDND.
Yes, and in the VODs and throughout the chat, I will be sending links. They do have a website that you can go to and check out their podcasts and all that fun stuff on there. Follow them on social media. Again, I mentioned this last week, but I mentioned it, I think, at the end. And so I'm going to mention it at the very beginning. It's actually a really phenomenal fucking podcast. Like, it's a really good, very well-produced podcast. The cast is really well put together. I really love your GM, to be completely honest with you.
Kayla's amazing.
And, maybe Kayla should come on and play over here one day. But that we can work on that on another thing. Next, I want to point out that if you haven't gotten your Bastard Sword t-shirt, you should do that. It is super awesome. I love this. It was designed by Murphy Pop. She is phenomenal, and she put this together. Go. Link is in the chat, and it will be in the description if you're watching VOD. But we're not here for that. We're here to see how well Robin and Vandal do in a competition against each other.
I'm sure it'll be great.
Jonas is muted.
I realize that. Yeah, I've been thinking about this, how this is gonna go. Yeah, well, just for a quick little clarification / correction, Robin's not really here right now. Robin ran off to the
Yeah.
I think we've got someone else on stage. It was a name that I DM'd you last week.
I was literally in the process of scrolling.
Do you know, Jake? Do you know why I chose that name? Because you're the most likely to.
I have to remember what it is first.
Okay, that's a good point. Oh, Terithia. You were saying Terithia, I think. I don't know which is correct, so they're both canonical as far as I'm concerned.
Terithia.
Terithia.
I don't know. What is it from something?
It is. Yeah. Someone in the chat might know it. It is from Pathfinder, actually. But I'll leave it there.
I picked up what you put down now.
Yeah.
I picked it up. I
Okay,
used
cool.
Google.
Easy.
not that-
Hey, you used.
I'm not that smart.
You picked it up with a super scooper. Hell yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, I right now, Vandal, your name is being called, and Terathea, the name is being called to meet backstage for the next performance. What would either of you like to be doing?
I've been
So-
intrigued by this masked performer who's been upstaging people left and right. I was particularly entranced by their first number with the very atmospheric effects they were throwing around. I'd like to see if I can maybe catch a glimpse of this person, like somehow like see behind the mask, or maybe get them to take it off at some point. Like I'd love to be like, oh, have you tried any of the food that they have here? It's absolutely to die for. Here, have some.
I think in that kind of encounter, Tirithia would take a page from the book of I think it was Jocelyn III, and just kind of turn her shoulder and just act as if she was not spoken to.
How rude. Very well.
She does turn back and smirk, but you can't see it through the fully covered mask.
I suppose just let the best performer win then, yes?
And Tirithia kind of nods and turns away, and then turns back and points at the mask or head or just general self. And I'm going to walk around, so not to like where the backstage curtain is. I want to walk around to the back of the audience.
Okay.
Yeah. I also wanted to ask, so are we performing different songs at the same time, or are we performing a song together and attempting to stand out in that? I can't remember.
It is a mixed competition. Like it basically how it goes is you're both on stage and you're both performing your own individual songs, right? But they're kind of dispersed back and forth. So it's
Sure.
like person A, person B, person A, person B, going back and forth with their song. And so music kind of goes back and forth. It's a
Sure.
very weird and strange way to do it. But
Yeah.
it was the only way that they felt it was a good way to have both performers on stage and be like a competition.
Yeah. I would like to, this is going to end up being about 50% improvised playing, because what I want to do is try to make the transition between what Tirithia is playing and what I'm so sorry, Rick, remind me, Vandal. Vandal is playing. I want to try to smooth them out as much as possible, to the point where it does, if I can, come out to be basically a full duet, to the point where one might even have a hard time deciding who they're judging, because it seems as though we are in fact just playing together.
Vandal would lean into that.
Okay,
so
cool.
When we get to the rolling, what that will be is it's going to be an additional performance roll. But before we get to that, you've both signed in. Vandal, you see that Tirithia walks away off of stage, even though you're both about to go on. Krug, you can feel the talkie box go off in your pocket.
God, I'm still in the audience, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna get up and walk away without, like, outside of earshot of the general public, and answer the box. Hello?
Oh yes, Krug.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who's this? Sorry, we
It's-
hear about so many of these nowadays.
It's Dr. Ravna.
Oh, sorry, doctor. How are you?
I'm good. Can you do me a favor?
Absolutely, sure. What's up?
Can you raise your hand?
Raise my yeah, I guess. And I raise my hand.
Weird. I don't see. Are you not in the audience?
Oh, I just walked out. Okay, hold on. I'm
Whoa.
coming back in, and I come back inside and walk through the audience, waving my hand around.
You see Dr. Ravna like in the back, like there are like multiple ways to get into the audience
Sure.
area, and Dr. Ravna is like, "Oh," and waves over to you.
Oh, you're
And-
here. All right. And I hang up the thing and I walk over to Dr. Abner.
Sorry, I know you said it wasn't necessary to come here, but I'll be honest, I'm a little bit more intrigued, and I need to ask this person questions, and I didn't want to wait. I apologize.
Look, you don't got to explain yourself. I'm glad you're here. It's nice to see you outside of the context of bad things happening. So don't explain yourself. Are you okay if we just watch this performance for now? And then maybe after it's over, we can go grab Vandal and see what you got to say?
Yes, no. I honestly, it was kind of a 2-for-1, a show and getting to do some research. So I made it here immediately.
And I'm going to lead Dr. Evan over to where I was sitting.
Mhm.
And at this point, I don't know. I have a weird feeling. I don't know if this is more the player or the character, but I want to make a perception check to see if anyone in the audience looks fishy.
Okay.
Because Dr. Ravna's here. Dr. Ravna's important, so I'm scared. Does that make sense?
Sure. Roll your perception.
19.
Everyone looks to be facing towards the audience, not even looking over towards you or Dr. Ravna. Like they are enthralled with the show. And the people that aren't looking at the show are selling things or purchasing things.
Okay.
And the person walks on off to say on stage and looks over at you, Vandal, and says, "Are you ready?"
Well, it's just me, so I guess yes.
Well, seems like it's going to be a quick one. All right. And the person walks, another person walks on, so the person that's been starting to MC. All righty, everyone. Next up, we have Vandal up against Tarithia. And he walks off a stage, letting you step onto stage, Vandal.
I'm going to cast Dancing Lights and kind of have them like leading me out, kind of like a fairy light coming out in front, and I'm going to have them swirl about me as I start singing a fun rendition. Since it's just me up here, like I break out into kind of like something that I think the audience will really get behind. So something more colloquial, something more rural that like everyone would probably know the tune of.
Sure. Now, just so everyone is clear how each of these are going to work, they're going to be basically rounds. So you're going to always roll a performance check, right? And then you are allowed to do one other thing, right? So that could be casting a spell, that could be attempting to trip your foe, it could be an action of that sort, but it will be performance and one other thing. Okay, depending on what you choose will determine either you get a bonus or if the your foe gets a minus, whatever the deal is. So in this situation, you're going to be casting a spell, which is going to give you a +2 bonus to your performance, and you're going to roll a performance. So go for it.
It's hang on. 36.
A 36. Alrighty.
I doubt I'm gonna touch that, but I am going to. So Tarithia is going to let Vandal start the song, and then at a reasonable point for her to transition over, she's going to pick up the end of the song and kind of weave it into something different before weaving it back. And she's going to be walking through like I assume there's an aisle between two sides of audience.
Yeah, it's like a theater
of a proscenium. Yeah, so she's going to walk through and just try to basically gain the adoration of as many passing members of the audience as she can. Just like make mask eye contact with them and just make them really feel welcomed and part of the show.
Okay.
I don't know if that's wait. You know what? In fact, okay. Here's how I want to do. I'm just gonna like put a hand on some of their shoulders, maybe reach out for some like brushing, like finger touches. And every time I touch somebody new, I'm gonna cast guidance on them, because that only requires touch. And it's one, like each person can only have it an hour per day, but each person can have it an hour per day. So just like as I'm passing, make them feel just a little bit inspired. Like the next thing they do, they can just do with, a little bit more surety.
Sure. Go ahead and give yourself a performance with a +2.
Can I also send one of my dancing light globes over to like shine on them to be like, oh, there is another performer here?
Sure, but there won't be any sort of bonus or anything.
Sure. Yeah, but it's
Style. Flavor wise.
All right. Well, 15 plus performance, 26 plus my 2 is 28.
So yours was 38, correct?
36.
36. Okay, so a
Okay.
success, not a critical success.
All right.
So you're still in the game. That the audience appreciates and starts to clap as you come through, but you can tell that Vandal is clearly the fan favorite as of right now. The two of you have now on stage. Vandal, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Really
Got it.
quick, I'm so sorry. I just like Remy's in the audience as well, and like when the other person, like this masked singer, comes in, Remy like looks over at the masked singer and then back to Vandal and is just like, "Oh, come on, Vandal, you've got this. There's no way this loser is going to be able to do anything to beat you. Oh, boo, boo to
As
the
Tarithia
mask."
is making this guiding contact with the fans, Remy is not one of them. They're sitting too far in. That's the only reason.
Mm. Sure. So as this other person comes down, I send one of my light globes to kind of like hover down and light them as well. And I will start getting the audience to clap in rhythm with the song that we're doing to kind of bring everybody up and get everybody involved with the song as much as I can.
Okay. This ties in very well. I would like to God. Well, do I want to do this? No, yeah. So this is fun. As that's kind of happening as I reach the stage, Tarithia does look into Vandal's eyes and say, you hear to the mask, "Do you trust me?"
Can I recognize that it's Robin's voice?
Maybe
Probably not. Throw a mask and I barely know you.
I think she's trying to mask it a little bit, but you might. I'll let you decide.
Well,
that.
this is going to be a deception and a perception
Let's do
roll
that
against
then.
each other.
Deception is not high for me, so don't worry too much. And I rolled a 2, so
I rolled a 2 as well.
all right, then I should definitely check my score, but I'm pretty sure your perception is better than my deception. Yeah, that's a 4 total.
I think it's yeah, no, that's a 13.
Cool. So that is definitely high. So you recognize it as Robin's voice.
So I recognize it, and I remember the conversation that we had previously about how hard it was for you to get up on stage. And so as a stage whisperer, I lean over and I go like, "If you take the lead, I will follow."
Cool. So with that, Robin's going to pull Vandal in to like a how tall is Vandal? Is Vandal about 6 feet? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. In and down into a like almost tango position. And if he is willing, as he feels the spell being cast, she's casting haste on him.
Yeah, no, I'm willing for that.
Cool. And the idea being that this is like, I want to leave him enough room to still be like clapping as is happening. So we're picking up the tempo as well, getting the audience going. And then as much as we're singing, Robin's going to focus more on the dance of this moment.
Okay.
So it has become a true duet of me singing and clapping with you dancing.
Dancing with and around you. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's some dance moves together, but she is very much leading and leaving space.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to win.
Totally. I mean, that's part of the competition.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm rolling, I guess, also performance.
I'm just gonna say both of you
Yeah.
because it's the same. Just
Yeah.
roll a straight performance for the two of you.
Okay, that's a 15. I think it's the same number I rolled last time. So 26. I guess 20. Am I adding anything to that?
No, neither of you. Yeah, it's
26. I see what you're saying. We wash. Yep.
Yeah, 33.
Yep. Cool.
So 33 for Vandal and
26 for me. So just another win.
Yeah, so this brings us to a 2 points, 2 out of 3 victory. They continue to allow the song to perform, though, allow it to continue on, as it's not a blowout like the previous ones have been. And the two of you, they in fact don't even stop you whatsoever and allow you to continue on with your song.
Some things don't have to end. Will you follow?
I will follow, although a good ending leaves people with a good satisfaction, remember.
Oh, well, you'd be the one to know. And Robin is going to continue her part of the song off stage the way that she left. The way that she entered, I mean. What was that? You'd be the one to know. Is that a weird thing to say? I saw two cocked heads.
No,
Okay.
it was Vandal's speech,
Oh.
not yours.
Sure, okay. So Robin, like basically as if fading out in real life, Robin walks off into the distance playing her part of the song.
And I will like basically octave up and on a high note and take the leave of the stage near the same time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The performance slowly goes to an end as the two of you move away with your songs, and the audience is cheering and clapping, and it seems like they're really starting to get going and really starting to like move forward and start singing and having a great time. And as the song ends, they call for Moss to get up on stage as she is the next to perform against her rival.
Yeah, and I just to be clear, I've been in the back like saying like, "Oh yes, I'm Moss the Magnificent. I'm surely going to be the victor."
So as you
Wait,
show up,
you're performing as Fern, right?
Well, yes,
Yes,
but
yes, but
only
of
because
course.
I have to.
Yeah, you want to make sure people know who's really here.
Yeah, it's my method acting.
It's
I'm-
fucking.
Well-
It's sorry.
She introduced herself as Moss the Magnificent.
think so,
playing
yeah,
Fern,
that's right.
like in the first performance or something. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's Hannah Montana saying, "No, please, Miley Cyrus."
Yes, exactly. It's Johnny Depp being like, the lines are blurred, even though he sucks. But I'm just trying to think of famous method actors. I don't know.
I'm just saying I get that reference. So Moss, as you get onto stage, you notice that the other person doesn't show up.
What is this, Terithia?
And and in fact, weirdly enough, they don't say anything about them not showing up. Like they're like, okay, both of you are ready to go. You're up next.
What?
Who was it supposed to be?
Yeah. Do I know?
Roll me something.
It was someone who won the last round, right?
What do you want me to roll?
Something.
Recall knowledge.
So Jake is in charge of my character sheet today because I'm on my girlfriend's computer and I don't have my character sheet. So I rolled a 19.
Would you like to roll? Why don't we do a theater lore? So
Okay.
you rolled a 19.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Okay, so that puts you at a 32.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, you were supposed to go against one of the people that weren't supposed to even be up on stage at all. Like they had they just did it for the free food, and they have just mysteriously made it this far. But the way that they're acting, like the people that are running this, are getting are acting a little weird.
What do you mean?
Like they're just kind of like, yeah, they're here. They're right here. They're ready to go.
Moss is used to performers acting, or like people who work with performers acting odd. So she just goes out on stage and starts. I was trying to find the Cloaky song. I think it's saved on my computer. I thought I had it saved in my Google Drive. Went. But she starts. I was gonna do it for y'all, but it's okay. You can use your imagination. She starts singing the Cloaky song as Fern, as her song. Do you want me to roll a performance?
Yes, I do.
Another 19.
That puts you at a 34.
Okay.
And you start to cheer and move on, and as like people are like clapping along with the music and going along, the person doesn't come up on stage. Like you can kind of see their shadow off to the side. You're like, oh, they're right there. roll me a perception.
Oh, natural 20.
You peek in with your elf eyes. You are able to pierce through like the wings of the stage and through the darkness, and you see the person there. And then it hits you. That person has just been swallowed by something that looks like a giant snake.
What?
And it's just their body as it falls over, and you can see something start to slither back with its body inside of it.
Wait, what?
Can I
Wait,
roll
what?
perception on this? Do I see this?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, so I see the snake. How do I see this person's body? Like,
You see the outline. Like, have you ever seen like a large giant snake that like opens its jaw and swallows something whole, where you
Yes.
can see the outline of what the
Yes.
thing that they ate? That's what you see standing up, and then it falls over and it starts to slither away.
Clokey. My friends, there's a giant snake backstage. We really should go do something about that. And then she runs after the snake.
And the audience cheers like, that's what's this like a weird song. And the person walks out on stage. The announcer walks out and goes, all right, everyone. I think it's cut and dry. They were so scared to come out and compete against Fern that leaves Fern as the winner. That's going to put Vandal v. Fern as our final people in this competition. Come back, because the rules are going to be changing up just a little bit. And he walks off stage.
As he says that Fern is the winner, though, Moss, like, even though she ran after the snake, like, pops her head back out the side of the stage and like finger guns the audience and then runs back after the snake.
What would everyone else like to be doing?
Yeah. No one in the audience could see the snake, right? That was off
Yeah, but
stage.
did
Did you know
anyone,
that? Okay.
like I said, my friends, did any
Yeah.
of you, like...
Absolutely.
I would have picked up on that.
I feel like it's very easily gettable, right?
No.
Yeah. Robin's gonna make a stop at Remy. I was like, Remy, can we go see about a snake, please? That song inspired
See
me.
about the snake.
The snake, yes.
You're not talking about the Mossy Magnificent, are you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You're calling her a snake now.
No, God. Okay, Remy, follow me, please, or don't, but please follow me.
Okay, I
and
mean,
I'm
I
gonna-
would love to go like give a congratulations to Moss the Magnificent, another wonderful performance.
Robin's continuing to run off to wherever Moss went, but she's listening as much as she can.
Yeah, and Remy is talking the whole way there.
Okay, cool.
Dr. Ravna is how tall is Dr. Ravna? How big is Dr. Ravna? A small creature, medium creature?
They are medium. They're a little bit. I think they're a little bit taller than you, Krug.
Oh, okay, so that's not gonna work. Dr. Ravna, something weird's going on. You caught that with Moss, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm intrigued. Very, to be honest with you.
Great. I need you to come with me though, and I need you to go quick. And if something dangerous happens, I need you to sprint away from it really quickly. Does that make sense? Are we cool? Are we on the same page?
Krug, you know very much that Dr. Ravna can take care of themselves.
Okay, great. I'm still worried about it though.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know that.
I've seen Dr. Ravna cast Resurrection. I know Dr. Ravna has some strength, but I'm still worried about Dr. Ravna, and I will continue to be so. And I walk off towards this backstage. I guess I don't want to climb up on the stage, but I want to like go around.
Yeah, off to the side. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that I'm with Krug and Dr. Ravna because you guys would have pulled me aside afterwards.
Oh
sure,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Also, by the way,
Also,
Dr. Ravna, Vandal, Dr. Ravna, this is who you were waiting to meet, and this is who you were waiting to meet.
Okay. This
Wrong
is
time
great.
though, Dr. Ravna.
Yeah, yes,
Wrong time.
agreed. And they start running with you. And as you all get up onto like the backstage area, Moss is the furthest ahead. Moss, you kind of follow what like the tail of whatever this thing is, as it has a decent movement speed for its size and whatnot. This is a large creature. This is mechanically large. Mechanically large.
Mechanically?
Mechanically, as in it is actually a large size creature, not because I, Jake the GM, just say
Yeah.
it's large.
Large
Oh,
in terms of the mechanics. Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
Pathfinder
we
large.
have we
it's
have fought
made?
large creatures that are medium sized.
Right.
I
Is
see, I
what
see, I see.
And medium
Okay.
creatures that and large
Do I
creatures that are
have
medium.
any knowledge of it? Can I roll like occult or something? What can I like? Do I know what it is?
Sure. Yeah, you can absolutely roll for it.
Like, is it something to do with my daddy? 11.
isn't it your
Uh,
granddaddy?
My daddy.
Your great granddaddy?
My great
It's just
great
it's easier to say.
great
And
daddy.
my daddy, and my daddy,
you-
daddy.
He rolled a what?
I rolled an 11.
All right, that puts you at a 24 for occultism. There are very many large size snake-like creatures. It is not specifically, it is not demonic, which would have been like a religious role, but you can tell that it's closer to occultism than it is religion for like rolling purposes. As you like get a good look of it, it look like Krug and Robin and Vandal. I believe Remy, did you stay in the audience?
No,
No, I
Remy was
ran
following,
along.
right? Yeah,
Okay.
I just wasn't sure, so I wanted to make sure that as long as they were talking, I was moving.
Sure. So as you all kind of show up, it's a little bit a bit away, but as it's like you're like tracking it and following it, it looks back to you and has a human face.
Ah,
I hate that.
no!
And then it turns invisible.
No. What?
Okay, can I? God, this thing clearly isn't natural, so I don't think I want to roll. Here's what I want to do. I want to roll survival, like to try to catch a trail, or something, because I'm hoping it didn't disappear, but it's actually invisible, so I can like quickly be like, okay, it's gonna move. Look for disturbance and follow that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try to track this thing. God, in fact, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go frickin' beast mode, so I can use my sniffer on this. That is gonna be animal form. Ooh, wait, insect form. Do I still get the smell? I think so. No, okay. Yeah, fine. Then I won't be an insect right now. I'm going to. I mean, a giant snake would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? But I'm going for canine. I'm gonna be basically dog scale stretched out to be a greyhound. I think I've done this before.
Okay.
Hero point. I rolled a 3.
Oh boy. Also,
That is
sorry.
a 20. That is a 20. That's like the opposite of a 3. Plus survival, and I have my perception on this mode is. Where are you? And I have the smelly vision, imprecise scent. Okay, mine is higher. So 20 plus survival is 33.
33. If you would all like to head over to the Discord and take a look at what you are all going against, I'm posting it right there, and the audience can also see if they would like.
QueueTimes.
So
You're just honestly mean.
I know I know you can't really see it.
It's,
No, I'm
it's,
going. I
it's
can
like
look at my
this-
phone.
It's a serpentine manticore.
Wait.
That's like that's what that looks like to me.
I could go on my phone.
Which channel is it in?
The
Court of
Corvids.
Corvids.
Okay.
Here. I can't.
It looks like it. It looks like it's seen better days. It looks a little mad.
Hold on. Ew. It looks like some washed up old white man actor.
I was trying to think of which one. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
I cannot place him, but
I'm
I hate him.
upset at how funny Kay Cunning finds this. I don't like that.
I really like him. He's kind of cute. Not the face, but like the snake part. I like the snake.
Yeah.
Can we keep the snake part and just cut off the face?
So this is what you see. What was your roll for your perception?
It was I did survival. Should I
Survival.
do perception? Survival. It was 20 plus 13, so 33.
So you see that there are slithering in the ground in the direction in which you were going towards. But this being a very active city, most of the dirt in that area is hard packed, and it is making it extremely difficult to follow its tracks.
Even with my imprecise scent?
The imprecise scent is what's allowing you to know the direction.
To know it all. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then yeah, I think I'll follow it as far as I can and just like gather everyone up and say because I am currently a dog, but I'm trying to communicate words and they're just not quite coming through. It's very frustrating. This is what dogs live with every day. That's why they whine so
I
much.
also just want to say that like when it turned to look at us with its face, Moss went, "Oh God, you're ugly."
I told you it's part of a curse.
Yeah, you all are there a little bit dumbfounded and a little bit confused. Like you know what direction that it seems to have gone towards, but you can't see it. It's invisible.
Can we detect it at all? Like, is there something I can do to detect it with my sorcerer powers?
No, not really.
Hmm.
Now, I'm heading down to your spells to double check.
Yeah, this is weird having you have my character sheet. Is there something? Can I cast something to like stun it or like in its general direction?
The issue is like you can cast spells just randomly, right? But you're gonna have to hope to hit it, right? So that's kind of like the difficult part of it is being able to find it specifically.
Yeah, if we had like True Sight or something, is it True Sight in this game? Whatever the equivalent would be. There are spells that let you see invisible creatures, but I don't think they're level 4. I think it's going to be higher.
Dr. Ravna, who's with you, goes, "Oh dear."
I bark in surprise and I run over and start licking their ankle because I'm happy to see them.
Do you know what that was, Doctor?
Well, let's see if Dr. Ravna knows. I'll be honest, I don't know.
+2 bonus for being a doctor.
I'll be honest, I think it was a Naga?
Oh, sheesh.
I would like to roll knowledge. I suppose religion on a Naga.
Sorry, Jason. That creature looks like someone made an edgy Gyarados and shopped a house elf's face onto it.
That's a 29 for religion, Jake.
It is most definitely not a. It is with the information that you've gotten from Moscow, I assume told you as well with your knowledge of religion. It is definitely not a thing that is of religion. Naga have their own faith in religion, but these are abjurations.
Okay.
Wait, are these things like is it? It's pretty rare to run into one of these, right?
Dr. Ravna looks at you and goes, "Not only is it rare, if it happened, it wouldn't be in the middle of a town."
So, do we think that this may have come out of a portal?
It kind of seems like it.
Hmm.
I don't recognize it.
I can just say it seems slightly like the organizers of this event were in cahoots with it because they were not at all alarmed that it ate my competitor. I mean, not that they would have been competition at all, but you know, my competitor. They were not alarmed at all, and perhaps they're Nagas too. Can Nagas look like not Nagas?
Well, some Nagas can cast spells. It's either possible that the other person didn't know this because the spell was cast on them, or they themselves are a Naga. But they've been kind of on and off all day, have they? Like, that would have been a very, very powerful spell for them to have been able to confuse all of us, right?
Well, they were entirely nonplussed by the fact that there was a giant snake backstage eating my competition.
Jake, can I run off and try to find whoever was like running the competition, like the MC or whatever, who was like doing the look for it?
He hasn't left the stage.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I think Robin is going to run over, still in dog mode, while she still has the time. Find him quickly and just be like, hey, you, hey, come on, come talk to us, and like just pull at his leg a little bit. And this is all barking, if it's not clear.
Whose mongrel is this? Whose mongrel is trying to get?
Oh, sorry, that is my wife.
I found him. Oh, hi, Remy. Lick.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry about my wife. We just needed you for educational purposes. Some information.
Circle. Lay down right here.
Is that even legal?
To ask you for information? I mean,
to marry a dog?
To marry a dog.
I'm not
I mean,
a
why do you want
dog.
to know if it's legal to marry a dog?
I'm not a dog. I just needed the dog's nose to find you. You rascal.
You know what? I will be honest. I don't even care anymore.
We need to talk to you. Come. We need to speak with you. All of us.
Can you tell your wife? Anymore?
No, yeah. I figure it's been a minute by this point.
Sure.
Left, so yeah,
sure. At this point, you change back and go, "Oh, your wife is a druid." I apologize. That makes way more sense. I thought you were implying that you married a dog, and well, in some cases, that sounds like something someone should be beat for, and the other seems like it should be something that someone is beat for. Anyways,
I see. Yes. You see, my confusion was that I thought you were asking me if it would be okay for you to marry a dog, and I was like, I don't know, maybe. I mean, like, it depends on if you can talk to your dog, because I can talk to my dog. You know what?
Please, sir, we have to speak with you. All of us.
We need to speak to you. Did you see a snake eat the other contestant? A giant snake with a face?
No, I saw them on the side of the stage, standing there ready to go. Looked like they were eating a turkey leg at the time.
Have you checked on them since then?
No, they didn't show up on stage. I assume they ran away in fear against Fern.
Could you perhaps?
I mean, who wouldn't be afraid of me?
Of course, yes. I mean, Fern, the fantabulous. Is it possible, with the questions that we've asked you, you might be able to put through the context together what's going on here, and what has happened to them?
No, they ran away, and you all are asking me a lot of questions about someone.
Did you see them run away?
No. I saw them on the side of the stage. I went on the stage. I left the stage, and they never came back on.
Okay, we can fill in some blanks for you. Yes, please.
Remy pulls out their pipe.
So
what I think has happened here,
yes, they figured it out. They've cracked the case.
Is that you saw someone on the side of this stage.
Yes.
You look away.
Yes.
They get eaten. The snake leaves, turns invisible. You don't see trace of this snake.
This seems like a lot. Have you ever heard the saying?
Single trace.
Have you ever heard the saying, "Horses, not zebras"?
Have you heard the saying, "A snake ate your performer"?
Wait, what is horses, not zebras?
When you look for the zebra.
It's similar to. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
It's similar to a saying in mine. It's Occam's razor, where the simplest answer is the easiest. Clearly, the person ran away rather than a giant snake came backstage, ate another entire person, and then turned invisible. Am I right?
No, because moths would not falsify such things. I'd be wrong.
We literally just saw this snake person.
The Naga, we think. Listen, everyone here is in danger until we find this. We need your help, or at least your cooperation.
Am I somehow not cooperating with your questions?
It's not that you're not. Okay, all right. Then I guess we do need your help, because we need to rally people. We need to get people safe, and we need to find this creature. And we can do a lot of it. But is there anything you can do to maybe get people into a safe space where they're not going to be eaten by a snake?
I'm gonna be honest. Have you ever seen a play called Jaws before?
Now you're not cooperating.
You know what? I have seen that play.
Well, I'm not to be the mayor or anything, but
I was gonna say.
I'm going to continue on with the performance until we have something that's a little bit more concrete. Other than
No.
someone who saw something and is scared to perform the final competition, I guess.
Oh, no one's scared, good sir.
Okay, well, there's only one more performance, so let's do it.
Tell you what, if the team here is down with this, I think we would love to continue the performance after we handle the snake situation. And since the 2 performers are here in our group, I think we're holding your show hostage.
I think what you're doing is not going to get your reward for winning, and I will just give the reward to myself.
You're
Excuse
vile.
me?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
no,
you're
no, no,
vile.
no,
I
no.
can't speak with you anymore.
Excuse
Bard,
me?
take over.
I clearly am the winner.
Oh, no, my dear. There's still another competitor. Me, who you have to beat before you can claim the prize.
It's very cute that you think that you could beat me.
I'm adorable.
Remy waddles over and tugs on both of your jackets or whatever you're wearing,
Ropes.
and tries to get you to crouch down to their height.
I
Both of
do.
us?
Yeah, you, Vandal, and Moss.
Yes.
Hey, this is perfect. You're right. There is still another competitor. And here is what I think. I think, looks left, looks right. I think that this snake, what's the name of this snake?
A Naga.
Naga?
Naga. Okay, I think that this is Naga. I think the Naga has a thirst for Moss's competitors. So we can use you, Rick.
I'm
I think
liking
we-
this less and less.
I think we continue the competition. We have you waiting backstage. Moss goes out on stage first. She starts the performance, and then we get the jump on the Naga.
I'm all about creating a flashy entrance, but who's going to help me with the Naga if it, catches me by surprise and swallows me whole?
Well, you're not part of the court of Corvids, so truly, I mean,
No, I don't think we're trying to suggest that you're disposable. No, I can stand by ready to help. I'm not. Maybe some of us are. I'll stand back again.
I am your humble guest in this realm.
Speaking of, I do have questions for you.
Humble?
perhaps we have answers.
No, specifically for Vandal. So, look, this might sound strange, but I do have a little bit of information about the portals.
Oh,
That would be good to know.
Yes. Please
So,
share.
I mean, get on with it so that I can go wow the audience again.
we have come to be aware that whenever one portal opens, another portal opens, and they are somehow connected. We're not quite sure how or why, but two things always come out at the same time.
A balancing act.
I think.
Okay. So we're thinking that there's some sort of anti-Naga that came out at the same time?
An Argon.
They're not necessarily the same or the opposite. It isn't like it isn't like a dark Naga and a light Naga come out at the same time. It's just usually two creatures from different portions of the same dimension,
Yeah.
place.
Got
I
it.
have
Is
I
there
have no
any?
idea.
Is there any? Is there any correlation of proximity between the portals? Are they a certain distance apart every time? The two?
Not necessarily. Sometimes they could be, short distances, like feet from each other. In fact, we actually had two creatures that were fighting each other at the exact same time come through two separate portals. One of them killed the other one, and then they both went away.
Oh, so we
They-
just have to kill Rick.
No.
Or Rick. Vandal.
Yeah, it's not,
That was
Rick.
William. That was William letting their plan out of what they want to do
Yeah,
to the
right.
player Rick.
Do we think
So-
that Vandal is connected to the Naga?
I
Are
mean,
you
clearly I'm
soulmates?
connected to something.
You don't know anything about this creature. You haven't seen anything like it before, Vandal.
I mean, in books in college, but you know,
You went to
in,
college?
I went to college. That's very, very true. So I know a lot. But
So annoying.
I only know these from books, not from. It all comes in practical in my job experience, you know.
I want to
Vandal,
roll
long jerk off motion.
Vandal, you don't have any. I mean, I see the slug on your face. You don't have any snake relations. No silver tongue. No forked tongue or
You've got a silver tongue, that's pretty sure, yeah.
No, this was all right. If you must know, this was a gift of sorts from a hag.
No, personal stories are personal stories. I'm not asking you to delve into your secrets. I'm more just trying to figure out if you're somehow related to this Naga. Not like blood relation, just trying to see if there's some sort of connection. We're very, very new to this whole entire thing. In fact, where do you come from?
I come from Waterdeep in the world of Toril. That is what you guys call this place, right? I'm just from a long distance away.
Your
They
settlement's
pull out a
underwater?
They pull out a small book and start writing like Waterdeep. So with Waterdeep, is it underwater very deep?
No. It is the City of Splendors. It is a metropolis on the coast, the Sword Coast. No,
You have a coast made of swords deep underwater?
I mean that sounds truly epic, but no, it is just shaped kind of in this short form of a cutlass. It's
Uncharacteristically,
coast-shaped.
Dr. Ravna and Krug, you are both taking the names of cities very literally.
I mean, they just have so many like regular nouns as a part of their city names. It just seems like maybe
I
they'd be
suppose 'cause we have
describing the city.
Callendale, and we have some other places.
all right. Callumdale, Callumport, you know.
Well, it's Callendale.
Kellen.
I love this conversation as the scholar I am, but I must remind everyone that we have a life-threatening issue at hand that only 5 of us are taking seriously.
Oh, the life-threatening issue of me not being on stage.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
I mean, does that performer even have a name?
Dr. Ravna like pulls out and unravels a map and goes, "Can you point on this map where the Sword Coast would be?"
God.
I look at the map. Do I recognize anything?
Not a single thing.
No. In fact, I'd say that I don't recognize that geography at all.
Oh, this is quite exciting. That means that you're not from our timeline. This is exciting. Oh my gosh.
That is what that means? It couldn't possibly mean
Remy.
that Rick can't.
Remy.
Dang it. Vandal. Hold on. Let's take it back. I'll cut this part out. Wait. So wait, that's what that means? It couldn't possibly mean that Vandal just can't read maps, right? I mean, what
Well,
if it's that?
I went to college. I know how to read a map.
I don't know what you went to college for. Maybe you went to college for doo-doo poo-poo.
I mean, you still have to take your basic curriculum courses. You know, it's not just only your major. It's also, math and maps. And,
Is doo-doo poo-poo still required?
Math and maps, yes.
Yeah.
There's a couple things to that statement, Remy. Yes, I agree. It's very possible that Vandal is unaware of map awareness, but it also doesn't make that much sense since they knew the names of the cities, the fact that it looked like a cutlass. I mean, these are very, I don't know, mappy things. And so we know that a lot of these creatures are coming from other planes of existence. We know we have had air elementals coming from the plane of air. We have had shadow creatures coming from the dimension of shadows. So it is only a matter of time for things to, well, come out through other timelines, other existences, other everythings. These portals are our connection to everything that ever could possibly exist. which
Well, then
makes
this-
them extremely powerful and extremely dangerous at the same time.
Would
Yes,
you
I am.
say? Would you say it is conceivable, if not even altogether likely, that a zebra could pop out of one of those portals?
Yes.
a
and-
tree
What
Then
is
popped
what-
out,
what-
so-
What is a zebra?
Oh, it's like a horse, but instead of brown or black or white, it is white and then has black stripes on it.
Oh,
or black and has
want-
white
I want
stripes.
one of those. I want one of those.
Why not a snake?
Snowball would like to be friends with one of those.
A snake came
I'm
through
lost.
the portal.
I'm dying.
Yes, a snake or a naga could come through it. I believe that's what we're dealing with. I
What
believe
we're saying is that the
Okay, I just
Naga.
want, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you did in fact believe it, because I was still in a state of thinking you were denying the whole situation. Okay,
We
if we're
all
caught up-
saw it.
not him. But
The-
I'm
The
am I
proprietor,
talk-
he
am I-
didn't see it.
Yeah, am I,
I did not see it. No, but
yes,
Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize you were still here. You
I
can
just
go.
wanted to make sure that he acknowledges that this is a real threat that could be real and not some stupid zebra or whatever you made up.
look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even believe in the portals. So, and he turns and walks away. You've got 10 until you need to be on stage. And
Thank
you,
you, 10.
Thank you, 10.
Thank you, 10.
So if we kill Vandal, this snake is taken care of, and vice versa. If we take care of this snake, then Vandal goes home.
Yeah, maybe that's a better course of action. Let's try that.
Well,
if-
Vandal, I mean, I'm not counting out any like of our plans here, because what if this snake is invisible forever and we can't find it? I mean, we're going
it's
to
not
have
like-
to do something.
I mean, it's not like you can turn invisible.
Well, here's the thing, everyone. That is if the Naga and Vandal are connected. We don't know that. Just because they're in the same area doesn't mean that they're necessarily connected.
That's a good point.
Have you seen any instances, perhaps, of a portal spitting something out and then a bit later spitting out a second?
Well, just recently we had a Chul pop out, and we also had some Blood Seekers pop out. 2 separate portals in the city at similar times, but when one of them was defeated, the other stayed. So it means that there was theoretically something else that came through some portals that we just never saw.
So proximity doesn't necessarily mean connection.
Correct.
And it could be that this came out of the same portal as Vandal.
Yes, anything is.
All right, so my best chance for possibly getting back to my home is maybe we take this snake out back and beat it with a rake.
Sorry. That just broke Molly, the player.
And then maybe it goes back to its corpsey lair at that point, and I go back to where I'm from.
Well,
Quite
then
possible.
Sounds like an
I-
excellent plan. Let's follow through on that after I show Moss what's what.
Well-
Excuse me. You show me what's what.
Yeah, what
You're
what?
very cute, Vandal.
what?
I'm adorable.
You are.
I do
adorable.
think it is a good idea to continue with the competition, because then myself and my wife and Krug, we can all be lookouts, and it is so popular that like most of the town is here anyway. So it's going to be a good way to keep track of people. So if we post up and we keep our eyes on like the crowd and backstage and the performers, then it is likely that the Naga will not be able to, sneak up and take people away without us noticing. And then the competition can go forward and we can take care of the Naga at the same time.
Whatever
Sounds
you
like a
say,
plan to me.
Remy.
All right, so who's going to stick by me?
No one, Vandal. You're not.
I
in the
will
Corvids.
stick by
I can do it.
Vandal.
Yeah.
Remy.
Vandal and I are best friends now.
We have a food bond.
Remy.
We have a food bond.
I said that I would make you a backup dancer forever.
Well, I'm not saying that we don't have a bond, Moss, but I know that anybody else would look after you. I just don't think that Vandal is very popular.
Oh.
Loyalty
our
is very
with
important
the
in elven
area,
cultures.
because-
That's bullshit, by the way. It's fine. It's fine. I have your wife.
Yeah, I can go with Moss.
You could go with Moss.
I can go
You were
with Moss.
planning on it originally, obviously.
Well, I am now.
I'm seeing that this is causing some struggles, and so I'm lean down and I go, Remy, it's okay. If Krug stays with me in the back, I can absolutely. I think I'd be comfortable enough with that.
All I need is Clokey anyway. Moss just swoops Clokey around her and stomps off.
That is a lovely cloak.
As Moss does that, a little bit of like just a little tiny bit of sparks just kind of like a flicker of a flame as she like swooshes it around her back, just a little bit of a flare.
Is Clokey grumpy at Vandal?
No, just
that seemed more like
you just thought it would look good.
Yeah.
It feels like when you're you're walking away and you jump and click your heels in the air. It feels like that kind of move.
Vandal noticed the effects on that, and he's getting a little bit envious of the pageantry of the cloak.
It's not your cloak.
I know it's not. Yet.
See that cat climbing straight up William's chest? That is some crazy skill that cat
It's
has.
the Naga.
Oh no, it got William. Okay, so remind me where everyone's positions are. Vandal's going backstage with Krug standing guard. Where is Moss going to be positioned? Oh, it's also backstage. Right?
Yeah. So Moss
okay.
and Vandal will be backstage.
Then yeah, I mean, I think if we have Krug and Remy backstage to keep an eye on the two of them, I kind of want to.
Krug is not allowed backstage.
That's right. Then.
Well, there are so many more people in the crowd. I think if like Robin and Krug watched over the crowd and Remy like made sure the backstage was okay, like that would split our vision a little bit more economically.
Yeah, that works well. And you know what? I've been waiting for a time to use this, and I think this is it. I'm gonna use Dogskate here, and this is the one. Yeah, I'm going to cast the spell Familiar's Face on Dogskate. On a willing creature that is my animal companion or familiar. Dogskate my companion, right? Officially?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The target becomes a scrying sensor, allowing you to see through its eyes, smell what it smells, and similarly use its other senses. If you can cast a spell with the revelation trait that affects your senses, such as see invisibility, while the spell is active, you get the benefit of the spell. You can also speak through the target with a voice much like yours, though it takes on some of the timbre and character of the target's growls and squawks. Oh, so I can actually speak through it. That's cool. And it goes as long as I sustain it, as long as dogs get within a mile. So I want to do that so that I can kind of cover, between us two and Krug, we can get like 3 different points of the area.
Cool. Sounds good. And you hear 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Thank you, too.
Thank you, too.
Thank you, too.
Thank you, though.
Vandal and Moss, you head on stage. Dr. Ravna and heads with you, Krug, and sticks by your side. Robin, Remy, the 3 of you with Dogskate get into position to give your looks around stage. The MC walks over to you and goes, "Oh, great. You decided not to go after mysterious invisible snakes. Great. So this competition, this final competition is going to be a little bit different. Instead of a simple 3 rounds, we're going to go into 5 rounds. Not only are we going to go into 5 rounds, but after your second round, there'll be a guest coming in. It will be last year's victor, and they will be performing alongside each of you. So let's get this started. Let's find out who goes first." And he flips a coin. And Vandal, odd or even?
Even.
Even? I rolled a 19. Moss, you get to go first. So he goes, "Great. Break a leg. Have a wonderful show, everyone." And he walks out and goes, "Everyone, the final event that you have all been waiting for. We've got Fern, the Vandal. Head us off, Fern. And Fern, you come out on stage. What would you like to do?
I'm going to sing a tale of snake women who eat men named Scott.
Would you like to use any spells or anything to enhance your performance?
Yes, whatever you have on my character sheet that would enhance the performance, please.
If you would like, you can use something like Prestidigitation. It's a cantrip. It will give you a
Yes.
+2 bonus.
Yes.
Or there's days. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
you use
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation to kind of give you sparkles as you come out. You're going to get a +2 to this. Now, if either of you decide to use a spell slot instead of a cantrip, I will give you a +4 for that. So, Moss, you can use a cantrip and take that, or you can use Airwalk and take a +4 to your performance.
Okay, yes, that one.
All right.
Airwalk is what I use in my first round, so that's very thematically cool to me.
Mm-hmm. Moss uses Airwalk. Please don't roll your performance. I'm going to have you both roll your performances at the same time. Vandal, what would you like to do?
All right. Seeing that they're airwalking, are they? What would I like to do? You know what? I am going to. I'm going to use pyrotechnics to basically give myself flash pots on the start of the stage for my like big entrance, coming out and singing in loud and proud as I can. Singing about, let's see here. She was singing about how the Scott was eaten by a snake. Singing about how a snake is a friend to you or me, maybe not in ways that you can see. Scott deserved it, but that's all right because at least the snake got a meal tonight.
Awesome. Is that
Pyrotechnics is a 3rd level spell.
Okay, it's same with Airwalk. So both of you are going to take a +4 to your performance. So roll your performances.
Airwalk's actually level 4 spell, but we don't need to get into it.
Oh yes.
I only know because I burned both my level 4 spell slots in the first round, and I was like, well, that was a choice.
26.
26. Moss, you're going to add 15 to your roll. Oh, well, sorry, +4. So
15?
you're going to add 19 to your roll.
19?
Yeah, because your performance is a 15. You got a +4. That puts you at 19. So D20 plus 19.
Okay, hold on. I rolled a.
Holy shit.
Oh.
I don't know if that
say-
doesn't crit.
Did you say a what?
A natural 20.
That is a crit. Yeah, it was going to be a success either way. So, yeah. So
Hell yeah.
Vandal comes out and starts to perform. Who was a very much a crowd favorite since Vandal had actually competed the entire time, while Fern the last time got to kind of skip past. But as soon as Vandal starts performing, it is paled in comparison to Fern's performance in her singing, and the audience is starting to clap along with Fern's music and is starting to say Fern, 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 Fern as the chants go on. This is going to give Moss 2 points, which immediately takes us to the 3rd round, which is where we get our additional performer. The stage goes dark and mist starts to fill on the stage.
I don't like this.
You see a trap door open up on the center of the stage.
Disarm.
And nothing comes out of it. The two of you, Vandal and Moss, you're the only ones to see this trap door. Please roll me a perception.
Oh no,
Okay.
the snake ate the guest.
Oh, 11.
11 plus 10, so 21. Vandal, what do you got?
13.
Total?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Moss, you look down there and you can see the dead body of someone down there.
That's our competitor?
Uh-huh. And as you look down there and see that, something appears up on stage. And an upright snake appears as it blinks into existence. And that is where we're going to take our first break.
Oh
So,
my god.
we'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll see you all shortly.
Rude.
And then that is when the Naga eats you all alive.
You know, it's funny that you say that because it did just hit when we went live that I used I've been saying this, but I used both my level 4 spell slots on the first round of that. Both of them. I didn't need to. I only got the boost for one, but now I don't have any level 4 spells for this. So that's y'all can handle this one on your own, I think.
So I am going to say that we're all going to roll initiative. How's that all sound?
Oh
Trevor?
no.
Woo!
Why
Yeah.
are you
Sounds
like
good to me. Can I
this?
roll perception? I'm rolling perception.
Question: why am I like this? We have been playing for what, 3 years now, and you're just now realizing I'm a bad person.
3 years.
What?
4.
Has it only been like
It's been
1.5
4.
years?
In this game?
I'm
this
talking about.
game?
I'm talking about in real life.
Oh, gotcha.
Jake,
Oh,
yeah.
in real life?
I
Is
realized
this not real life?
Jake, we've known each other for like 5 years.
That
Jake and
doesn't-
Kareem.
That doesn't surprise me at all. To be
Yeah.
It's not even a long time. We're all very old.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all
I just like
very old.
it
Don't
just still
remind
feels
me.
so recent. Like I don't know. Because I mean, yeah, I forget that like you were like 2 of the first people that William and I met when we moved out here. Because it was like very early on that we started working together, and then not long after we started working together that we started doing this stuff together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Court of old people. Screw you, Jason.
Hey, that's really rude, Jason.
Court of old
I'm
people.
Forever Young. Look at the skin texture, okay?
I think I'm older than all of you, so it's fine.
Rick
We might
is
not be
older
ready
than
for
all
this,
of
but I
us.
think you can be old and young at the same time.
Right?
Moss, what do you got?
I just turned 32. I got 4.
Plus 10, so that puts you at 14. Cool.
Oh, I was like, what?
Krug, what do you got?
I got 29.
29. Vandal, what do you got?
26.
I
My
rolled
bad,
a
wrong
17,
number.
but I have no idea where my initiative bonus would be.
Perception.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the initiative is interesting. You can roll anything for initiative that you can justify. So, like for example, if I was sneaking up on someone, instead of rolling perception, I'd roll stealth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 28.
Okay. Remy.
24.
All right. Robin.
35.
35. Holy bejeebus.
I could have rolled a 36, but I fell one short.
Well, that's going to put you first.
You don't say.
Yeah.
I guess that would have told us a lot about the snake if I didn't. Okay. So, well, I guess all I've noticed yet is that the person didn't come out, and then we waited a few beats, right? But we have reason to believe what
Well,
we
no,
believe.
this thing has now appeared on
That's
stage.
right. It did appear. Okay, then I'm going to. So I've been watching the audience. Dogskay, I think, is like kind of circling the perimeter of the audience. I was up. Is there like a rafter partial roof situation here, or is it all open plan?
It's a proscenium, but
Okay.
with a thrust out in
Sure.
there, so it is an open area for the main part of the stage that people are in. But there is a covering like a little bit further back.
That's
Cool.
been nerd alert. Woo, woo.
Okay, is there a single person in this video call that didn't know all of the words that I said?
I didn't even question them. Which ones were weird? Proscenium, I know Proscenium stands out, but what else? Everything else
With a
Yeah.
sounded
thrust.
normal.
With a
Proscenium with
thrust.
thrust?
I think with the
Proscenium
thrust is
thrust.
usually.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even second guess that.
Yeah.
Well,
Is there a
I'm-
fly system in this theater?
I'm up.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
some improvised weapon fun with that. fly
Oh,
system.
Jake,
I
I'm
know,
up on the
right?
catwalk. I want to drop a quarter pig on the snake. And by that I mean I'm gonna drop down in pig form. Let's just do that since I said it. I'm gonna drop down quarter pig, boar, shapeshift into a boar. Call that a quarter pig. Animal form. I don't know if boar is one of these, so I'm gonna do bull, but I'm definitely a boar.
Okay.
Do I want bull? Yeah, sure. And yeah, can I make a couple of attacks?
So I'm gonna say going transforming is 1 action or 2?
Good point. Good
oh yeah,
point.
other things.
See, every time I wild shape, it's really funny because every time I wild shape, I'm like, oh, this would be so fun and cool to do. And then I start doing it, I'm like, God, this is like the least optimal thing that I could do. But I don't want to back out. It still feels good and fun and cool. Anyway, okay, so yeah, it's 2 actions.
Okay, so you've got 1 action, and you said you were up in like a catwalk, right?
Yeah, if I can like drop down, but I assume it's gonna take my movement to get my action to get down there. Cool.
That'll be your 3rd action, yeah.
All right, then yeah, I'll just drop and roar in the snake's face. And I guess hopefully with that, Dogskate can maybe start what's it called? Shepherding people away if they're not already running. But I can't command him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not commanding, because it will take a single action to give Dogskate 2 actions. So
right.
Cool. So yeah, Vandal, you're up next.
Okay. I was focusing out in front, and suddenly it's like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? Like, and turn around and be like, oh, Jesus. Okay. And I immediately switch roles from the like singing to the audience to singing to my comrades. And I'm going to use the inspired defense composition. And I'm going to try to make this a lingering composition, which I have to roll a performance check. And the DC is usually standard difficulty DC to level equal to the highest level target for the composition.
Okay.
That rolled a 32 for that performance one.
Oh, you're 1 off from it being a critical, but it's a success.
Okay, well that means that it'll last for 3 rounds, and it gives a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws to my companions.
To everyone?
It's a 60-foot emanation, and yeah,
that's strong as heck. What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
Just going off of that video that you guys made about playing a bard.
Really, just a quick question to keep me in the moment. Like, is this when you say you're turning and now singing to us? Is it the same song, or are you singing like you'd be talking but singing?
Oh no, I have a little ditty that I wrote up during the break. It's like,
oh really?
So the snake ate Scott, which was quite a lot, and you'd think that'd be its fill. They came to play, but it'll rue this day once we dive in for the kill.
Hey.
That was beautiful.
Hell yeah.
How many actions is that?
That is 1 action and 1 free action.
So you've got 2 more actions.
Okay, cool. I am going to then what am I going to do? I want to cast Paralyze on the snake.
Okay.
And the target must attempt a will save.
Okay.
And how do I find the DC for that?
It's your spellcast DC.
The spell DC. So that's 25.
25. I got a 32.
Shit. Okay.
Nope,
So on failure, the target is paralyzed for 1 round.
32. Yours was 25.
Yes.
So yes, it is just a failure. So it's paralyzed. Is that what you said?
Yep, paralyzed for 1 round.
Wow, that's strong. All right. That brings us. And that's 2 actions, correct?
Correct. That was 2 actions.
That brings us. Let me bring up my little notes. That brings us to Krug.
Ooh. Well, it's paralyzed. I'm gonna go. Where's everybody relative to this snake?
On it if I can be.
Moss and Vandal are right next to it. Robin is a little bit away from it because you were coming down, so that's gonna be.
I'm trying to like drop right on it. Yeah, so if I can
Well,
be.
but it's on the thrust, so there's nothing directly above it.
Oh, sure. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So but so you're a little bit away from it, so it's going to be one action to move to it, but you will have more.
Sure.
Like it's not your full action. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
They're the closest to this, and then I believe you're out in the audience with Dr. Ravna. I'm going to say that's at least an action to get there.
Sure. So I'm gonna.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, and I was going to say I believe Remy was backstage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I am going to use a focus spell first, Key Rush, and I will. Well, it's actually no, that's not helpful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back a second. Rick, technically, it succeeded. It didn't fail your thing. When it succeeded your DC, so it's a failure means it got below your DC. A success means it got above it. It succeeded. So what is the success for paralyze?
The target is stunned 1.
Thank you. Cool.
Still good.
Sorry.
Yep. Still good. Still good. But I was
Awesome.
I was like, that's really
Right, yeah, that's
strong.
What
still
a
paralyzed
failure.
for a round.
It's paralyzed. Okay, I'm not actually gonna key rush. I'm just going to use an action to get up to the snake,
Mhm.
and I will. Can I position so that it's flanked? In this case,
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna position so that it's flanked. I'm going to grapple.
Okay.
You're going to be grappled. Where's here we go. 17 plus 14, so that number 31. Is that right?
It's a success, but not a critical.
That's fine. Don't need it to be a critical. And next we're going to Whirling Throw, and I'd like how far am I close enough to Robin's boar form that I can throw the snake onto the other side of the boar so that the boar is in between Robin and
Yes.
Vandal, basically?
What's your distance that you can throw?
Oh, it's like 30 feet.
Yes, then absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I forget what I have to. Sorry, give me 1 second. I forgot. You throw the creature 10 plus 5 times strength modifier. So yeah, 30 feet. So I just athletic against your fortitude DC is what I'm rolling against now.
Okay.
And that is less. 27.
It is barely a success.
I'll take it. On the other side. So I just throw you the distance. You're not prone and you don't take any damage, but you are in that new space now.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
hell yeah. This is perfect. Can
And-
he just like spike me before I actually hit the ground just to make that a little more cinematic?
Well, I didn't throw you.
Oh, no.
I didn't throw
Cool.
you to the snake. I threw the snake to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
even
yeah.
better.
Yeah,
Cool.
Oh, you know what? Actually, that's probably not going to succeed. I take a minus 2 circumstance penalty because the target's one size larger than me to that check specifically, the Whirling Throw check.
Damn.
So you rolled
So
a what?
long,
20,
Bowser.
27
I think it was
or
27, yeah.
so it meets, it beats.
Oh,
It's a
Nice.
25, yeah.
I'll take
So
it.
long, Bowser.
Okay, and then that's my turn.
That brings it to its turn. It then moves its body and speaks in a tongue that none of you know, unless some of you know Akalo.
Oh,
and
actually? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, really? Why would you know Akalo?
I thought it sounded cool. I don't know.
A 60-foot long wall, 10 foot tall and 5 foot thick of flames appear in front of it.
Oh, no. Boris can't cast water wall.
It has fire magic. The snake has fire magic. That's not what I
pretty-
expected, to be honest.
Okay, here's the thing. Because of like my sort of understandings of snake people in other fiction, I was totally prepared for this. I feel like snake people and fire kind of go tail in hand.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Yeah.
So yeah, this firewall appears, and it is going to should it do anything else cool?
Sorry.
So is this firewall blocking Moss and myself off from the rest of them?
It's no. It's blocking it away from all of you.
Oh.
Oh, I'm large too, by the way, if that matters.
It only matters in depending on what you do. Nothing
Sure.
that it does is going to do anything. That's its turn. It's gonna move. It's gonna spend a little bit of its action to move back, which brings
Where it came
us.
from? God.
Which brings us to Remy.
I'm on the other side with it, aren't I? Because I was backstage.
Yeah, we can say that. I'm okay with that.
I mean, unless it's like surrounded by this firewall.
No, it's a
thing.
line. It's a straight line.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm on the other side of it. Okay. How far away am I from this thing?
One movement action.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
This is not a
Okay.
huge stage, or I would have given
No,
you.
no, I
the
got you. I
two.
got you. It's all good. It's all good. So I see it and I go, oh no, I have to do something. And I have my sword, and I am going to run and charge at it.
Okay.
And
Oh.
then
I lied. It cast its spell and stayed there because Vandal had stunned it, so it didn't get to move further back.
There we go.
oh, I see. Okay. And then I'm going to chop it.
Wait, then
I'm
it'll be
gonna
two
chop-
spaces away, I think.
Chop it.
Go for it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Cool.
Roll an
Okay.
attack.
I'm doing it. There's no one. No one's gonna stop me. No one but technology. Okay.
That guy's a jerk.
Can you see this?
I can't
Not
see
what
what
it
the number
is.
is.
I can't
No.
see what it is now.
Dang it.
Nope, that's worse somehow.
Well, I rolled a natural 20.
Whoa!
Perfect. You
First
critically
roll.
succeed unless your attack is somehow below 7.
No, but I would love to tell you with my I got some new modifier stuff going. So that's gonna
Ooh.
be 38.
That was a crit by itself.
Cool.
Nice.
I love it. This thing isn't undead. I don't get to. Oh, I don't have that thing anymore. Never mind.
Yeah, you're
Can
spent.
Dr. Ravna just put a new thing on me that makes me hurt snakes more?
You got any snake
Maybe.
poison bones?
I want to hurt snakes. Okay, not bad. Let me look at my frickin'. I do an extra bit of damage for some reason, and I can't remember why. Hold on. Here we go, everyone. Bear with me. Bear with me.
And more with me.
Yes, yes. So my weapon specialization. You've learned how to inflict greater injuries with the weapons you know best. You deal 2 additional damage with weapons and unarmed attacks that you're an expert in. This damage increases to 3 if you're a master, 4 if you're legendary. Well, I'm a master with my weapons. So instead of +4, it's gonna be +7 to attack.
Mm-hmm.
So that ends up being 40 total damage.
Whoa!
Damn.
For my first attack, and because it was a critical, I have my weapon specialization, which means that it is now flat-footed to me, or flat-footed until the next turn, I believe.
Nice.
Critical specialization: target is made off balance by your attack, becoming flat-footed for 1 round.
Cool. So the
Which
whole next
means that
round.
my next attack, which I'm about to lay into,
Mm-hmm.
is now going to have an easier time hitting.
Mm-hmm.
So for my third action, I'm going to attack again.
Do it.
And easy. Let me see here. -5 plus 18. That's going to be 20, 29, 30.
30 hits. It's a
Damn.
success.
Oh, that's the hit.
Is that even with it being flat-footed?
With it being a flat-footed, to crit would be a 35.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, its
Wowie,
AC is
wowie.
27. So
Mhm.
Dang. Okay. All right. Everyone's remembering they have +1 AC from Vandal, right? I don't know if it's attacked anybody yet, but
It
Hasn't
it
yet.
hasn't. But
it has not.
And
Cool,
it's
cool,
also
cool.
+1 to all saving throws. Or was it fortitude saves?
All saving throws.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. Then for my second attack, which I don't know if I am able to. Hold on. No, there's really nothing I can do. I mean, because I have advantageous assault. Which when an enemy's movement is compromised, you deliver a more deadly blow. But it specifically says make a strike against a creature that is grabbed, prone, or restrained. Which even though it's
None of those
stunned,
things, yeah.
it's none of those things. Cool. All right, then I will just roll my damage and get the heck out of here. Here comes that damage, coming in hot with the interesting. That's gonna be 19 damage.
Okay. Alrighty. That brings us back up to Moss, actually.
Hmm.
All right. The snake. So how can I hurt it? Can I hurt it without killing the person inside of it? Do I know if that person's still alive?
You do not see a form inside of it, so it's either digested it or regurgitated it.
Gotta get in there, Moss. Find out.
Yeah, just let me Moby Dick this shit.
Pinocchio yourself in there.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, not that Moss is that moral. I just want to start. I want to light this shit on fire.
Okay.
I want to cloaky it.
All right. Roll a d20 and add.
Oh, natural 20 again.
Wow.
Whoa!
Hell
Those
yeah.
dice. My special Moss dice.
Hey, you wanna hold those up to camera? Make sure there isn't a 20 on every single side.
Yeah. Here's
I'm just
my.
kidding.
Here's
We're
my
good. I'm
20.
joking.
I know, but look how pretty it is. I just want to show it off.
It is really pretty, and I can
Yeah,
actually
Zelda
tell that
cartridge.
I saw an
Wait,
11.
I saw a few 20s though. There's
Yeah. It's my special Moss dice.
So that puts you at a 33, which is not a critical success.
Are you kidding
but
me?
it's-
With a nat 20?
Well, I'm sorry, but the 33 by itself is a success, but with a nat 20, it moves it to a critical success.
That's what's up.
So you're gonna roll 3d6 and times it by 2.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, she had rolled a 36.
Huh?
What did you had rolled a 36 before?
No,
I rolled a
30
36?
no, 33.
33. Oh, 33. Okay, I was
Okay,
like,
so
what?
times it by. So hold on. How many times do I roll the d6?
3,
Okay, so 5 is the first one.
Okay.
5 is the second one.
10,
4 is the third one.
14. So you're gonna do 28 points of damage.
Hey,
Nice.
I'm gonna light
So it
that
is
snack
it is
on
fire
fire.
damage though, isn't it? I am curious to see how bad fire works if this thing. I mean, I suppose you take full fire damage. You just casting spells because this thing is just casting spells. It's not like it's like inherently a fire creature.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
From what you can tell, it doesn't look like it's
Jake,
resistant.
did you put Dowser in the campaign? Is that what's happening here?
No. That is 2 actions. What would you like to do with your third, Moss?
Shield
All right.
as
That
usual.
Yep. That brings us to Robin.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I don't see anything in the description of animal form here. Let me check wild shape. Maybe that says it. No. So maybe this is like general polymorphing rules. But as far as what happens to equipment when you shapeshift, I know in some systems you can choose like
It either melds into your body or falls off.
okay, either or. So there is no option of being a boar wearing a cool cape, is there?
I mean, narratively, like, why the hell not? Like,
Well, okay, yeah. See, so narratively, let's start there for sure. Now, narratively, this boar is still wearing Robin's cool cape.
yes. If I know where you're going, and the answer is no.
Importance.
Cool. Well, she flicks it to no avail, and I would like to use one action to roar in its face. But this roar is actually to issue a command to Dogskay, who is going to get a couple of actions now. And with my second action, I want to attack the snake.
Okay,
I want
are you gonna
to
go through the wall, or are you gonna cast something?
It didn't go back through the wall. It was still right up against me, right?
It casts the wall in front of it.
Oh, I thought it was adjacent.
So there is a 5-foot wall between the two of you.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I guess would I, with 30 feet of movement, be able to go around the wall and get in range of it again?
It is a 60-foot wall.
Okay.
It's 30 feet each direction, and the fact is it's a theater, so you would have to go out and around the theater.
Yes, I'm going through. I'm jumping through, and I'm going to stomp onto its tail and pin it to the ground in a maneuver I would call a grapple.
All right. You're going to take 4d6 points of damage.
All right. Hey, listen, we had to test it somehow. Goodbye, temp HP.
Take 13 points of damage.
I think that's literally my temp HP. Not even quite. I have 2 left. Cool. All right. A small price to pay for grappling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna roll an athletics check with the boar's athletics modifier, which is better than mine in gnome form, if you can imagine. That is good. It's not good. It's okay. It's a 12 plus 16, so 28.
28 to grapple it.
Yeah.
Barely succeeds.
Okay, cool. And now I'm going to, since I have it's a foot on its tail, I'm going to use my my tusks and just try to pierce it.
Okay.
And this gets the multiple attack penalty, right? Because the grapple counted, or is it multiple strikes?
It counts as an attack action, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, it is an attack action. So cool. You know what? I'm gonna roll flat. Gonna use a second hero point of the night on that one.
Okay.
And I'm glad I did. Okay, so that's 18 minus 5 for 13 plus 13 plus, so 29 total.
To hit it, yeah, that's a success.
Okay. And then I'm gonna do 2d8 plus 9 for 24 damage.
All right.
That was almost max. And that was my first, second, and third action. And then Dogskay, with his 2, I do want to have him use both to start herding people away from the chaos.
All right. How much was that again? 26? Is that what you said?
20, 15 plus 9, 24.
24. Okay.
All
right.
Yeah.
That brings us to Vandal.
Oh, the cape got burned off, by the way. The cloak got burned off. That's the last thing I want to say. It's really sad.
Okay, so I would like to use my other focus ability to do the Dirge of Doom. Which basically is like you just hear some like Power Man 5000 start playing in the background, and like Vandal is like cursing this snake down, just like, you're gonna die, it's not gonna be fun, you're gonna hate it, but you know, like, you'll be dead, so it won't last long, don't worry about it. And it's basically the spell effect is foes within the area are frightened 1, and they can't reduce their frightened below 1 while they remain in the area.
Do they get a will save?
No.
Holy shit!
What spell is this?
Dirge of Doom.
Yo, let me learn that. Get scared.
That sounds awesome.
What school is that?
Occultism?
Sure.
This one is just straight up bard. Like, it is a bard
spell.
Oh, it's your focus spell. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I was like, how is that a cantrip? What on earth is happening right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it is frightened 1 now. Okay.
Just as long as it's in that that's insane.
Yeah, as long as I'm nearby, it's not happy.
Okay. All right.
And then I still have 2 actions left. Could I'm gonna cast Phantom Pain to really drive home this fear, and I'm
Yes.
gonna heighten that one to pump it a level.
Okay.
So 3d4 and possibly 3d4.
And that's a will save, though.
Yes, that one is a will save. Which is, yeah.
Okay. 18 plus 15 is 33.
Okay. And that's just against my spell DC, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it still was the failure stage, right?
A
Or
success. Success.
Okay.
Because yours
So-
is a 25, right?
Right. So
Yes.
it takes the full initial damage, but there's no persistent damage. So okay.
That's a success. That's such
Oh
a
my
good
God.
success effect.
5 damage. Woo!
What an awesome success effect. You still take full damage, just like big middle finger. I love that.
Vandal, that is all 3 of your actions. Krug, it is your turn.
Nice. Can you please recite to me the dimensions of the flame wall again?
60 feet wide, 10 feet tall, 5 foot thick.
Ah, dag nabbit. I'm going to run up to the wall. I'm going to run up to the proscenium. I'm assuming that the wall goes between the 2 edges of the proscenium, right?
Yeah, you would physically have to walk around the theater, and it would take you. Actually, since you're a monk, it would probably take all 3 of your actions to get to him.
So I'm definitely just going to jump over the wall, though.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk up to the wall. I'm going to high jump number 1,
Okay.
which is a 31, which succeeds. And then I'm going to wall jump, high jump number 2, which is a 34. And now I'm on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. You see Krug
That's
just
my turn.
and land.
That's my whole turn.
Batman.
And I land and I look at the snake like, did you really think that was good? All right, cool, let's go.
It is going to spend its turn, and it is going to make some attacks. So first attack is going to be against Remy.
I'd like to see you try. Hiss, hiss.
Natural 20, so a total of 39.
Oh,
Yeah, that crits.
Is
What
that
do
a
you- what do you
manipulate
know,
action
huh?
By any chance?
What?
Is it a manipulate action by any
Yeah,
chance?
Let me roll that DC 5. Let me roll the DC 5. I rolled a 15.
Is that bigger than 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
sometimes.
Okay.
Most of the time it is, yeah.
Yeah.
In most systems, yeah.
Yeah.
So 9
love-
plus 5, 14. So you're going to take 28 points of damage.
Oh,
Please, which is not that bad. Please roll me a fortitude save. And no, it isn't a fear effect.
Oh, that's okay. Because
Well-
my fortitude is the best, and I get a +1 right now because of my good friend Vandal. So,
Mhm.
oh, and I needed it. I think I'm gonna use a hero point. Okay, way better, way better. Okay, so with that, it's gonna be 27.
Just barely succeeded.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh.
It's going to spend its next action biting into this boar.
Ow.
Oh, right. Robin's a boy. I was like, why does it matter then?
This is going to be a 31.
Ooh, I actually have to check. AC is 18 plus level plus. Okay, so 26. Oh yeah, that hits regular.
Okay.
AC is only 26 right now.
Also, please roll me a fortitude save.
Is this a fear effect?
No, I rolled max
Fortitude.
damage.
Damn. Here's the thing. I know this isn't good enough, so I'm using a third hero point. We still have. How many do we still have, Jake?
You have about 20.
Okay, cool. Cool. That's much better. 18 plus 13. Oh, 14 is probably even better. But that's at least a 31.
Okay, yeah, that is a success. You're still going to take 21 points of damage.
Damn. That sucks.
And then its third action, it
Is it 21?
probably won't hit. Yes, 21 is going to go after Krug. I am rolling fucking phenomenal right now.
Oh no. Okay.
Even with the minus on this, it is still a 27.
Oh, one above my AC with the bonus. Rip.
Damn.
Dang,
Please
dude.
roll me a fortitude save.
It's all right. I'm a monk. I got saves for days. Let's go. Come
I mean, I
on.
saved and I still took. Although you rolled maximum. Or close to it, you said.
25.
Well, the damage is different than the save.
Okay.
Yeah. So Krug, you're gonna take
Oh, yeah, damage.
Sorry, you're gonna take 13 plus 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're gonna take 18 points of damage from the piercing bite of the Naga. And what was the save?
25.
You beat.
Oh, I was worried about it.
As the person who can see the poison, you should be.
Alrighty. I'm worried about it.
Remy, it is your turn.
Yeah. Well, this thing's grabbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna attack it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack it.
And flanked, all the fucking things.
Okay. Oh. Oh gosh. 34.
Success, but not a crit.
Close.
Even with the flanking and the
35. 35.
Hold on. I know I've got a +1 in here somewhere.
You dig one up.
Here we go.
Damn,
Here we go.
if only I
no,
had
no.
gotten you in the audience earlier.
No, I don't. I don't. All right, regular strike then.
Okay.
And that's gonna be. Let's see here. Frickin'. Oh my gosh. Okay. Plus 8. 15 damage.
15 damage. All right.
Yeah, rolled pretty bad on that one. Not gonna lie. It's so funny to be rolling 2d12s and like end up with like I rolled a 1 on one of them. So like no matter what, I'm like, yikes. Anyway, so that's a first attack, and I don't know why I picked this back up, but for my second attack, actually I do know why. I'm going to use Advantageous Assault. An Advantageous Assault is when an enemy's movement is compromised, you deliver a more deadly blow. Make a strike against a creature that's grabbed, prone, or restrained. You gain a circumstance bonus to damage on this strike equal to the number of weapon damage dice, or that number +2 if you're wielding the weapon in two hands, which I am. The strike gains the following failure effect, and I'll read that if it happens. But yeah, so basically I get an extra 4 damage on this attack as well. And if it's a crit, well, which it probably won't be because I have -5 now, but if it ended up being a crit, it would be oh dang it. Well, it's not a crit, but
You can still nat 20 it.
yeah, I would have to nat 20 to crit, but I think 28
28 is a success.
is a success. Yep. Okay, but I do that extra 4 damage, which is fun, which is good. And I rolled
Great.
pretty decent on the damage too, so that's not bad.
Hell yeah.
So that's gonna end up being oh my goodness gracious, extra 4 plus so extra 11, so 26 damage for the second attack. Should I attack again? What else can I do? Don't anybody in chat.
again.
Don't anybody in chat talk about my
Attack
shield.
again.
Remy,
Attack.
actually, before you go on to that, can you describe to me how you kill this thing?
Oh! Equip your
Oh
shield.
well, okay. Here's what happens then. So my wife is stomping down on its hole, holding it down like a boar do, and right next to this fire, I'm just gonna I'm gonna take my sword and I'm gonna chop it all like sushi style, and I'm gonna push it
Sashimi?
like I'm just go chop, 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 like and push it a little bit towards the fire so it starts roasting a little bit. I suppose the fire would start going away because it was the one that cast it. But
Mhm.
cook up a little giant snake for us here.
So your sword cuts through it, goes back and forth through its body, just cutting it into perfect, almost giant sushi rolls. As it lands onto the ground, the sky above you starts to open up as the portal starts to rip open and cut open, and bolts of lightning reach out and grab this Naga and start to pull its body up into the sky. As this happens, you can see them reaching out for Vandal.
I'm gonna transform back immediately.
You're gonna what?
Transform back. Drop the
Oh,
boar.
okay.
Drop the whole boar situation.
You can see them wrapping around Vandal and starting to lift Vandal up into the air like hands from God, lifting him up into the portal. Vandal, you have about 3 seconds to say anything you want.
I just have one thing to say. Moss, never forget, I'm better than you.
It's so lucky that she's not in a chair.
No, Vandal, no.
And Vandal gets pulled into the sky along with this Naga, and the cloud and the portal itself closes up after Vandal goes through it. The fire dies down, and you're all left there on the stage. Moss, you missed it. Vandal's last words as he was pulled back into the portal was, "Remember, Moss, I'm better than you." And
Moss says, "Oh, you think so? And I'll let you go through that portal with that idea."
He's gone.
I'm so sorry,
He
Moss,
can't-
but there's no way he
can't hear
heard
you
your
anymore,
retort. Though
Moss,
I'm sure that he did.
you did sufficiently own him, but I don't think he'll ever know.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was all very loud.
And the firewall dies down. The remnants of the Naga is gone, but the damage that it has caused remains. The body of the person down in the floor still exists. Probably whatever is left of that partially digested body still exists in this world. But all of its actual physical remnants, any sort of blood, viscera, or gore, is just gone from it, as if it never existed. The MC walks up and goes, "That was an amazing performance. Oh my God, that was amazing. Where is Vandal? I've got to give him his prize."
He lost.
I mean, I'm the one that determines, and I definitely believe Vandal wins. So
Vandal has run away, and if you run away, you forfeit.
No.
Right?
Hey,
I mean, I saw the
Vandal,
Right?
performance and the lightning, and he went away, and he did those songs while you were fighting that snake thing. And I love that you all got into this whole entire thing, that there was this snake thing, and you were bringing it up and causing havoc before the performance, and you just extended it onto the stage.
I'm gonna put my hand over his mouth.
I'm gonna put my mouth over his
I'm gonna
mouth.
put my mouth over.
You're a big old man kid.
I'm gonna put my hand over his mouth, and I'm gonna very firmly grab the back of his neck and guide his head so that he's looking at the corpse that's in the trapdoor. And I'm gonna say, I swear to God, if you keep talking, I swear to Rory, if you keep talking, I'm going to make you pay for every single word that you're saying. You understand me?
He looks at you and just hands you the box and says, "Just get it to Vandal," and he turns around and walks away.
Can do.
Well, I think Vandal would want us to use this, right? And I throw it over to Moss.
Indeed.
I think Vandal would love to use it if he were here, but since he, unfortunately had to run off, which of course we understand, he won't be able to use it. So it's best in our possession till he comes back, and then he can see it.
we need to hold on to it. It needs to be something that we do deliver to him when and if he returns through the portal, or if we end up through a portal on his side in the deep water and the Sword Coast.
Wasn't it
We
so,
will
I thought it was
then
the
hand
Sword Shore. It was
deliver
the
it
Sword
back.
Shore. I'm fairly certain he said Sword Shore.
No, it was short swords, right? It was
Short,
just a bunch of
the
short
short
swords.
was it the Short Coast?
Cutlass Beach.
Underwater
Cutlass
swords.
Beach. That
The
does
crest
sound
of the
right.
Cutlass short swords, right? No?
Okay, what's in the box, Moss?
What's in the box? I open the box.
You see a small stage in which there are little dolls in there with clothing that you can put on them, and this is the stage, the spell item that allows you to create a stage with little mannequins that will appear and perform. That you can make a stage and a performance wherever you want.
As promised, I now have a stage so I can perform anywhere. This is everything we've all always wanted. I know that
Moss,
you
I'm
all were
fairly
rooting
certain.
for me, and now we can entertain the masses wherever Moss the Magnificent is.
Moss, didn't you perform anywhere regardless of whether, like,
Well,
before
yes,
that?
but now this makes it even more theatrical to pull in potential witnesses for our shenanigans.
It's
Gotcha.
only a
The
boon.
sole reason I'm doing this.
Sure, right.
You know, for the Court of Corvids cause.
Hey, everyone! Can we just take a moment? And Remy like gathers the other three of them together. Like we're in a line, like all facing like where the portal was that sucked Vandal away. Can we take a moment to remember a true hero, a true performer?
Oh, yes, of course.
Someone who really rose up to the occasion, and I have to think impressed us all today, maybe more than we
Oh,
prepared
yes.
for.
You're all being so nice.
What? Yes. No. Yes. It was so nice to have, had a moment of him in our lives.
Him?
Vandal, for you. And Remy raises like a hand up to where the
For
portal was.
Vandal?
I will
Vandal's gone,
carry
Remy.
your
Vandal
song.
might well not have existed, Remy.
The song
I'm
of
right
Vandal.
here, Remy.
I've got two hands. For Vandal and for Moss. You're both so cool, and one of you is still here.
Robin.
Yes? Hi.
Just
I
for
turn into a
me.
boar and run away.
Dr. Ravna walks up to you all and says, that didn't go as expected, and I wasn't able to get all of the information I was looking for, so but we did get some good information. It looks like defeating one of the two things that come through sets the balance off. That's just a guess, but I'm assuming that these are two balanced things that come through a portal, and if you somehow get it out of balance, it can't exist. I've got some theory crafting I must do, but that's kind of where I've got this. Oh, and Moss.
Yes.
I remember a while back you mentioning something about demons.
Oh,
that
yes.
You were
What about them?
or looking for them, or?
Yes, I have some demon business. What of it?
Oh, I just that we've heard rumor of a shadow demon, and just it made me think about you and
A
just
shadow
wanted
demon.
to.
Is a shadow demon one of the ones in my book?
Yes, in fact, it is. It is a Invidiaka.
Invidiaka?
Invidiak.
You're touching my butt.
So there's my phone.
Wait, what?
When I
What
plug
just
my
happened?
phone in, it says you're touching my butt.
Oh, okay. I
I
thought that
programmed
Jake had
it that way
activated
because
and
I think
searched.
I'm very
yeah.
funny. Sorry. I always forget it does that. Don't worry about it. Anyway, a demon.
Yes. You had mentioned something about hunting demons down and taking them out. Or I can't remember. I apologize. But yes. I can let you know where one is.
Yes,
but
please. Now, I would require all of the information as soon as possible. I have
of course.
demonic duties to fulfill.
Yes. Wonderful. I'll let you. I'll inform you on that. But I have a question. If any of you have any more experiences with portals, it is very crucial that you let me know about it. I have a lot of research to do.
Of
Yes,
course.
yes, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Portals,
never mind.
research, etc.
Yeah, Robin is a bore and ran away.
I'm running circles. Leave me alone.
Dr. Ravna,
Yes.
I don't have any more things about portals, but do you happen to know anything about the metaphor of the throne of the underworld?
The throne of the underworld. Let's see what she knows.
Why would you ask that
What they know?
question?
Would they know?
They rolled a 3, so they look at you and go, I mean, I guess there is. Are you talking about maybe the boneyard? I mean, I know Pharasma has a throne that she sits on.
Huh. Perhaps that is the metaphor that Mostly Magnificent was talking about. All right, no worries. I'm just confused.
Yes, absolutely. It was a metaphor.
Well, yes, that is what you said. Okay, cool. Thank you,
Yes.
Dr. Ravna. I suppose we should go back to Kellendale now?
It's up to you where you must go. I've gotten all of the information that I needed.
Oh, I thought that we were supposed to go back to Kellendale.
You were supposed to come back to Kellendale to talk about the portals, but there was just more information here than there was over there. So,
Oh, okay. Well, I guess and Remy looks at the rest of the group, Robin running around as a boar still.
Yeah.
Where to next?
Out of character, weren't we on the road to somewhere else? Or no, we were on our way back to Kellendale when we found
Yeah,
this
we were going
place.
back to
Yeah,
Kellendale.
that's right. Cool. Never mind.
and I think that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Ah!
Okay.
Woo!
Rick, thank you so much for coming and joining us.
Yes, thank you, Rick.
Thank
It was
you, Rick. It was so
awesome.
fun. I'm
That's
really
fun.
sad that Vandal and Moss didn't get like a full-on like dance off, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have to do that in the future.
I'm really sad.
You
I don't
come to
get-
my place next time.
Yes.
And we'll
Oh my
make that
God.
happen.
Moss can Moss portal into D&D? Can you imagine Moss in D&D?
You got to bring the stage.
Yeah, I'm bringing it.
I love the idea of bringing the stage and that creating a conflict over who actually takes the stage after the crossover, and then that just like continues running. We trade it off every time a guest
Well,
comes on.
the
I
best
feel.
thing is that technically Vandal wasn't around when it was announced, so technically Vandal doesn't know that he
Oh
won.
god.
So theoretically, it
Vandal
would
didn't
be
win.
Moss just going and lying. Oh yes, I clearly won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moss clearly won. Moss absolutely won. Duh.
It's gonna be some like Dorothy and Oz kind of stuff. Like, no, none of you were there, and I was on stage and performing. It was great, and I won. And
I know you and I were talking off camera, and you can tell me to shut the fuck up if I say anything. But you were talking about if it's even possible to get this storyline some way into Comedy of Terrors, and I just thought it was so funny. I'm just like thinking about the possibility of how Vandal would just twist it as a whole. Like if he ever had the opportunity, like, oh yeah, I went and saved these people against this evil snake. Like I don't see Vandal giving credit to anyone else.
yeah, no, not where I'm from.
Well, before we go, why don't you, Rick, tell us about Comedy of Terrors? Tell us a little bit overall about the show, about the cast and all that fun stuff.
Comedy of Terrors is a great podcast that we do a play of, and then we do a bit of editing, magic, and whatnot, and turn it into almost kind of a radio play of our campaign that we're running in D&D 5e. It's great. We have a couple of really interesting characters. Rossinar, the Dragonborn monk, and Whip Swish. His name is Whip, not that we whip him.
Unless
and he is our Kenku fighter. And together with Vandal Stormwind, they are on search for a wish. They all have very deep reasonings to go get the wish spell, and they will do anything to get it. It's a lot of fun. I hope that you all tune in for it. You can find that at COTDND on COTDND on basically any of the podcasting networks that you subscribe to. There's about 24 episodes out right now, so they're only about an hour each. So technically, you could catch up in a weekend if you were really dedicated. But we have a blast on there. You can also catch us on social media at COTDND and myself at RawlsRick on Twitter.
Yeah, and I posted their Twitter in the chat, so go ahead and make sure you give them a follow. Like I said, they are an awesome group. So check them out.
We also have an amazing female DM, Kayla. She paints these wonderful, wonderful spaces for us to mess around with, and she puts up with us doing the most ridiculous things in there that are, probably wouldn't fly in a lot of campaigns.
Like pulling a butt plug out of Rick's mouth in the very first episode. So
is it a butt plug? It's a reverse suppository. They're different. She's amazing. Go female DMs. She rocks it.
Love it. Let's go around the table, and everyone else, let's say goodbye. Remy.
Hi, I've been William, K. William White on Twitter and Instagram, and I run a couple other shows, Hijinks and Handlebars, or Hijinks in the End, and Killer Set for QueueTimes. You can find that stuff on here. I have, this is like a super far off, but I'm trying to pitch another show to QueueTimes for like far off in the future, but it's like a cool setting and stuff that I want to do at some point. So that'll be like a limited series run thing eventually. We'll get there. And then I'm in a band called Glass Beach, and I drum for that, and I do some other stuff for it. We have a Twitch that like we use, and we do like some live recording of some other music that we're working on right now, not for like the second LP or anything, but you can check that out, twitch.tv/glassbeachband, and you can find Glass Beach on like all streaming platforms and everything, even Tidal, Deezer.
Ooh.
I don't know. Yeah, Deezer nuts. Am I right?
Glad you said it, I didn't have to.
Yeah. I just want to say, full out, loved playing with you, Rick. It was really great. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry that I said that we should kill you, you Rick.
Vandal gets
when
that
I-
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really wonderful. Super fun playing with you. It's really nice to play with like a chaotic kind of evil character who isn't like just at odds with you the whole time. Like, 'cause
Self-serving is chaotic.
Yes,
you know?
yeah. So neutral, I'll say neutral, chaotic
Yeah,
neutral.
yeah.
Because that can go off the rails really fast, but like that's just that's to you as a player, that you can like take a character like that and still make them play with everybody. That's really cool.
Yeah. Thanks. I had an amazing time. I'm so glad I got to play with each of you.
I'm so glad we got to play with you.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to do this laying down on a I mean,
Yeah.
sitting upright with my couch stapled to the wall.
Awesome. Robin, what do you got for us?
Hello, my name is Jonas. I'm on Twitter as @JonasNewhouse, and I also do quite a bit of streaming on the Glass Beach Twitch channel. The next thing we're actually going to be doing is tomorrow. I think we usually do it at like 4 or 5 p.m. We'll tweet about it, but we do Music Monday, where we just do music production, like William said, not of the next album, but just songs we're working on. And tomorrow we're going to be finishing the song that we've been doing the last couple of weeks called Evil John Mayer. So if that title intrigues you remotely, you can check out Glass Beach Band on Twitch tomorrow. And on Tuesday, I'll be streaming some Final Fantasy XIV, doing a Blue Mage spell grind. So I'll be learning a bunch of spells in that, probably with a couple of friends of mine on voice chat. But yeah, that's twitch.tv/glassbeachband. That is where I am most often online these days. And I, again, am on Twitter as @JonasNewhouse. And I'm on the Hijinks show that William runs. And that will be returning. We run on Thursdays. So when we return, it'll be on Thursdays on this very channel. That's me.
Awesome. Let's go up to Molly.
That's me. My name is Molly McIsaac. You can find me across the internet at Molly McIsaac, except here on Twitch, where I am Night Glimmer. That's all.
Awesome. Krug.
There's someone at my door, so I've been Krug. Goodbye. This is abrupt.
Is that what was the knocking sound? Because I was hearing a knocking sound and I was like, What is happening right now? My name is Jake. I go by he, him. You can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT, or you can join us on our Discord. Krug would have lovingly said at this moment that we have a show called Game Gorgon, where we go over Pathfinder 2nd Edition rules as well as other tabletop stuff. We just finished 2 live episodes where we went over the brand new Ancestry Guidebook from start to finish, and it was like 6 hours of streaming. It was a lot, and there's still a lot more that we could have gone into in that book. Other places that you can find us, just go on to Twitter at _QueueTimes. Thank you all so much. Have a great one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.